The hip-hop group N.W.A featured American rapper and record executive Eazy-E. When Eazy-E passed away in 1995, his net worth was $8 million. The wealth of Eazy-E. According to some reports, Eazy-E's lifetime net worth reached $35 million. This may have been the case when N.W.A was at its most successful, earning roughly $10 million a month in record sales through Ruthless Records. Regretfully, Eazy's fortunes declined as he neared death due to his extravagant spending and bad business practices. He paid $1.1 million for this mansion in Calabasas, California, back in 1991. After his death, his wife Tamika inherited that house. Regretfully, after only 9 months, the house was lost to foreclosure. Childhood. Eric Wright, the father of Eazy-E, was born in Compton, California, on September 7, 1963. He was Richard and Kathy Wright's son. His mother was a grade school administrator, and his father worked for the Postal Service. Wright completed his GED after leaving high school in the 10th grade. Wright relied on the sale of drugs to support himself, and at the age of 23, it was reported that he had made up to $250,000 from dealing. But after his cousin was shot and killed, he made the decision to become a professional in the booming hip-hop scene in Los Angeles. Career. In an attempt to improve his lot in life, he entered the music industry and quickly became well known. In the middle of the 1980s, he began recording music in his parents' garage and founded Ruthless Records. Eazy-E joined Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, DJ Yella, MC Ren, and Arabian Prince in the group N.W.A by 1987. N.W.A was founded when Dr. Dre and Ice Cube, recent signings to Ruthless Records, penned Boys in the Hood. On November 6, 1987, the group's compilation album, N.W.A and the Posse, was released. It later received a gold certification in the U.S. 12 tracks made up Eazy-E's debut album, Eazy Does It, which was released on September 16, 1988. It peaked at number 41 on the Billboard charts and sold over 2.5 million copies. After that, he had a prosperous career with N.W.A, penning and performing hit songs, including 7 of the album's 18 hits, Niggas for Life. An internal conflict caused Ice Cube to leave N.W.A in 1989, but the group carried on as a 4-piece. Following Jerry Heller's appointment as the band's manager in 1991, N.W.A started to break up after releasing 100 Miles and Runnin' in 1990. President George H.W. Bush invited Eazy to a luncheon in March 1991 that benefited the Republican senatorial inner circle. According to a representative for the rapper, Eazy-E backed Bush because of the way he handled the Persian Gulf War. Dr. Dre eventually asked Eazy to let go of Heller from the Ruthless Records contract because it seemed that he prioritized Eazy-E's needs over those of the other band members. Eazy declined, and the standoff between the two bandmates became intense. Ultimately, the beef resulted in Dre's termination from Ruthless Records. However, Dre persisted in criticizing Eazy in his song, The Chronic, to which Eazy responded with the EP, It's On, Dr. Dre, 187 Killa. Photos from Dre's 1993 album featured him sporting ruffled dresses and cosmetics from his days as a member of the electro-hop group World Class Wrecking Crew. 10 months after Eazy-E's passing, on January 30, 1996, his last album, Stir 8 Off the Streets of Motherfucking Compton, was made available. Individual life. In 1991, Wright went to a nightclub in Los Angeles and met Tamika Woods. Just 12 days before his death on March 26, 1995, from pneumonia brought on by AIDS, he got married. Tamika assumed control of Ruthless Records following the passing of Eazy-E. Eazy-E was admitted to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center on February 24, 1995, complaining of a severe cough and what he thought to be asthma. Rather, AIDS was the diagnosis made for him. On March 16, he made a public announcement about his illness. Eazy had 11 children with 8 different women as a result of his sexual activity. Eric Darnell Wright, popularly known as Lil Eazy-E, Aaron, Dominic, and Deja, who was born 6 months after his passing, are his known children. At 31, Eazy passed away on March 26, 1995, 1 month after being diagnosed. In the final weeks of his life, Eazy reconciled with Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. Rose Hills Memorial Park Cemetery is where he is interred. His funeral drew over 3,000 attendees, including DJ Yella and Jerry Heller. Wearing jeans, a flannel shirt, and his Compton hat, he was interred in a gold casket. In October 2016, his daughter Erin started a crowdsourcing campaign to make a documentary titled Ruthless Scandal: No More Lies to look into her father's passing. December 2016 saw the campaign's unsuccessful conclusion. Rapper Eazy-E were married for just 12 days prior to his death from AIDS. His grieving children still don't know the truth about Eazy-E's AIDS death. They think the rap legend was the victim of a murderous even though Eazy-E, the creator of N.W.A. and Ruthless Records, passed away from AIDS 24 years ago. Only a few days after receiving his diagnosis and 12 days prior to his passing, the rapper wed Tamika Woods, entrusting her with his business. Because of this fast marriage, there are now many murder and conspiracy theories supported by Eazy-E's kids. The unexpected diagnosis of Eazy-E. While on a promotional tour with Ice Cube, the rapper developed a persistent cold. Upon further examination, medical professionals determined that he had both opportunistic pneumonia and full-blown AIDS. Eazy-E passed away 3 weeks after receiving his original diagnosis, and his 27-year-old daughter, filmmaker N.W.A. Wright, is keen to learn more about his enigmatic passing. Abby holds her stepmother, Tamika Woods Wright, who was given authority over Eazy-E's estate, responsible for her suspicions. Investigating the death of Eazy-E. In her upcoming documentary, Ruthless Scandal: No More Lies, Abby will delve into the specifics of her father's tragic passing. 3 weeks prior to his demise, my father received an AIDS diagnosis. Without warning, he was placed in isolation in the hospital, cut off from his friends and family. His lawyer, who has only been with him for 2 months, quickly drafts my dad's living trust as he lies dying, she added. EBI IVDORIJT taxes, Tilma CA Woods with a finger. Since Tamika Woods Wright, Eazy-E's stepmother, was given authority over his estate despite the couple's short marriage of less than 2 weeks, AB has reason to suspect her. A covert marriage between Eazy-E and Tamika Woods occurred 2 days later. My dad was in a coma, and the entire estate was being plundered during the course of the next week. He passed away on March 26, 1995, 3 weeks after receiving an AIDS diagnosis. And one individual made off with everything, she remarked. Something fishy, happy ND to Eazy-E, said Jerry Heller. Jerry Heller, Eazy's longtime business partner, concurs with AB that the rapper's passing was strange and unanticipated. Do I believe that Eazy had a strange experience? Indeed. I find it hard to believe that someone with our level of wealth could pay for care and treatment in the same way that Magic Johnson, who no longer even tests positive, could. He said, I don't think he could have died that way. Will an inquiry into Eazy-E's passing be prompted by Ibby's documentary? The esdonan of Eazy-E thinks he was murdered. Her brother Young Eazy shares Abby Wright's belief that his father was murdered, but he holds record producer Suge Knight accountable for his passing. I am aware that my father was murdered. His passing never added up to what people have always said, possibly because they believe we are fools who are unaware of the truth. I don't know, but to you new fans, young people, and people who simply don't know much about #Straight Outta Compton, it's interesting to note that Eazy did not become ill until after the studio incident involving Suge. In this interview with Jimmy Kimmel, he acknowledged that injecting people rather than shooting them is a novel practice. Oh, and let's not talk about Ice Cube calling his record lethal injection, he added. Since none of Eazy-E's lovers had the HIV virus, Young Eazy thinks Suge gave his father an injection. Suge Knight is presently serving a 28-year prison term for the murder of Terry Carter, the co-founder of Heavyweight Records.